becomes a bad guy. But originally, Scar. I mean, he should have been the rightful heir to the Pride Lands. Granted, he would have fucked up, as we saw later, but like, he was the rightful heir. And like, originally, you could kind of feel bad for him. Like,
yeah, if you know the backstory to Scar, because they actually made some novels that I really, really want to read, where it just kind of shows like how he. It's kind of like almost like a Thor Loki kind of thing.
Yeah, like.
Almost exactly like that.
Scar knew he should lead. Simba ends up coming back, though. I mean, kills him. Well, actually, he didn't kill him. The hyenas killed him, right?
Yep. I mean, I think that, I don't know if I agree. I think personally Scar, like, his ending was, like, perfect. I think it perfectly mirrored the circumstance that he put, like, because Scar was a liar. He was able to lie his way. Yeah,
he was never stronger than Mufasa, but he was smarter.
And like he used that to his advantage. Was able to become king, and his lies just kept going and going until he finally was put up against the wall. He couldn't get himself out of it, and he was destroyed because of it. And I think again, my absolute favorite villain, and I think he got exactly what he deserved, and it was just beautiful in that way. Like, very well executed. No pun intended.
No, I view as a villain, but nobody generally does. Kerchak, whatever his name is, Tarzan. That guy is such a racist asshole the entire movie.
Yeah, you kind of like don't think about it because he's a gorilla.
But like literally the entire movie, he's just a racist asshole. And then his adopted son like shows him up, and then he dies. Like, that's about it. Like Kerchak is just an asshole. I would say Kerchak's a bigger asshole than Gaston ever was. Like, even when his contemporaries are like, "Wow, Kerchak, you're an asshole." Like, Tarzan ain't so bad. And he's just like, "Oh, fuck that guy." Ugly, hairless mutant. He's a mutie. Like, I don't know. Kerchak, asshole. I view him as a villain. I didn't feel bad when he died. Sorry.
No.
Clayton, he deserved. He got exactly what he deserved.
I think he got a little more. Like, I think he deserved to die, but not in that way. I can barely watch that, even as an adult. Like, it freaks me out. Like, just to see him the rapid arm movements and just like him like thrashing about, and then you know it's gonna fucking happen, and you're just waiting, and you're like, oh no, and then like and then like you just see the fucking shadow. Yeah. That's what gets me every fucking time. Is like they don't show it to you, but you see the shadow of him hanging there. That is super dark. Like,
you know who didn't get what they deserved? Jafar. He should have just been like shoved up somebody's ass.
He exploded.
Yeah, but he like
in the first movie, not quite.
Like, I would say among all the villains, he might be the biggest asshole. Like, no,
I think he is
everything that could make you evil is evil.
Yeah, I think Jafar is a very.
I think he's hitting on the Sultan's daughter. He just like blatantly lies to the Sultan.
I think he's definitely a close second to the best Disney villain.
Shere Khan.
I like Shere Khan. Like, he's not evil. To me, Shere Khan isn't evil. He represents a character that...
He's almost like a Galactus.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a constant hunger, and he does... Like, he's a force of nature, pretty much.
I mean, Shere Khan has a reason for what he's doing. He hates human beings because... we're human beings. We do stupid shit. We go and we destroy the jungle.
Yeah. And
that is why he hates us. I think there was like... I never actually read the actual Jungle Book, but I think it's because his family was killed by humans.
Yeah, I want to say like they burned the forest down or something.
Yeah, like... Yeah. They don't explain it at all in the actual Jungle Book. You just know that he is this presence that everyone in the jungle fears. And he's not inherently evil, but he's just this shadow that's just looming over the jungle and all he wants to do is rid the jungle of human beings. That's it. And because Mowgli is an innocent, they know that just because he's a human being, Shere Khan's gonna kill him. And obviously, he's a really cool character. Like, he knows what he's doing. He doesn't think of himself as evil. He knows that the other animals don't necessarily approve, but he also knows they can't do shit about it. Even at the beginning of the movie, the whole wolf pack is afraid of Shere Khan. The leader of the wolf pack says that their entire pack isn't even enough to take down Shere Khan. And Baloo is a fucking bear, and even he couldn't, like he would have died if, the vultures and Mowgli hadn't helped him out. Oh, I'm gonna have to add on another segment because I think we skipped a good one. Do we have any more to add to the villains? Anything you wanna...
Just a shout out to a villain who didn't get what they deserved at all was Cinderella's stepmother.
Oh yeah, nothing.
Because, I mean, it's more to Cinderella being such a good person that she doesn't want to take revenge.
Yeah, I don't remember what happens in the sequels, so I can't say if she got any sort of punishment.
The story. I don't view any of the Disney.
Yeah, sequels. I mean it's hard to, but even then, like,
yeah, there.
But
yeah, I'd say that's more Cinderella though, being good than.
Again, I'm also a sucker for bad guys that becomes good guys. So, and in Return of Jafar, I thought it was really cool that Iago became a good guy.
Well, they had to fit him into the show.
Well, I mean, they didn't have to. I mean, you could have just...
They had Gilbert Gottfried, they might as well. Are you going to make him the villain of the TV show?
They could have just wrote him out or killed him. I mean, I don't think anyone would have... I mean, he was an evil character that...
Yeah, but he was also Gilbert Gottfried.
And
he was kind of popular at the time. I would say he was probably at his most popular.
But, anyway.
What were you going to say, the last category? The new last category?
The last category, I think we're going to talk about some of the more surprising or saddest moments in Disney.
Bambi's mom.
Yeah, the two are top three. Top three. Bambi's mom, Mufasa, first couple minutes of Up.
Yeah.
Oh god, obviously Bambi's mom, because you don't actually see it happen.
Yeah, it's a little less.
So it's not as bad, but because you know it's gonna, I don't know if you know, but you're just it's just that high intensity, violin music, your heart is pumping, and you hear the gunshot, and you're like, oh no. No.
That movie birthed the whole organization.
And, Mufasa, it's almost hard to put anything above Mufasa, aside of the Iron Giant. I mean, I think if we're still talking about Disney movies, but Iron Giant is up there too. I don't even want to talk about it. Mufasa, they build up Mufasa fairly well. And then, I think you mentioned, we were talking about this kind of stuff the other day, that he almost kind of has to die in order to advance Simba. More than anything. Need
Scar to take that next step from...
Yeah.
Up until that point, Scar was just kind of a jerk, but, he wasn't a bad guy, really.
And then once Scar decided to take his brother's life, and...
That's when Scar, in my opinion, becomes the villain.
Yeah.
Up until then, he was just kind of... the hyenas were assholes. Then you kind of find out he was conspiring with the hyenas.
Yeah, and that's when, you're like, oh shit, something's gonna go down. And then, after the big song, that's when it all goes.
Yeah.
And of course, the first couple minutes of Up.
Yeah.
If you don't feel sad during that, you're not a human being. It's I remember my sister was telling me she and a bunch of her friends went to go see it, and she had a friend that her mother came along, and I believe her husband had just passed away, and so they were going to go see the movie, to cheer him up.
Mm-hmm.
To cheer her up, and then that shit happened. And if I'm not mistaken, she had to leave.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, I can't even imagine.
Like, sometimes if I catch up on TV, I'll wait until the beginning's over. It's that strong.
And, like, and it's because they build it up. It's like, oh, wow, you get to see them, they're so happy together, and then, they're building the crib, and then you just see the black of, like, the wall panning into the hospital.
Yeah.
And that's just when it all fucking goes downhill. You don't get sadder. You don't get more depressing.
Which I gotta say is in stark contrast to the trailer of the movie, which was all like balloons and talking dog.
Like, yeah, like.
Whereas in my opinion, I don't know if that's really a kids movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good family movie, but as a standalone kids movie, it's kind of hard to.
Like, I couldn't imagine kids having Up as their favorite movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Wall-E. Like, I can't imagine a kid being really that into Wall-E.
You know what the worst? I know we didn't get a chance to really talk about it, but I think for kids, I don't want to say it's the worst out of all of them. Not counting sequels, of course. The worst Pixar movie to show your kids, because I can't imagine any child being their first pick, is Ratatouille.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of people that say they really enjoyed that movie.
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't particularly like it. I just think it's boring as hell.
Yeah, it's kind of just.
It's about cooking.
It's, in my opinion, it's just kind of. Like, artistically, I could see why people would like it.
Yeah,
but
it's definitely more.
Just as a movie, I'm just like.
It's definitely more for adults, I think. Like, it's.
Yeah, what Ratatouille feels like to me is a elongated short.
Yeah.
Like, if you took Ratatouille, broke it down to be whatever it is, like 3 minutes, whatever they give the shorts, I probably would have liked it. Like, if literally all it was you see, like, a chef can't fucking cook, then a rat grabs him by the hair and helps him, and you see him, like, pet the rat, meet the girl, and short.
Yeah.
Well, I would have liked it, but as, like, a whole movie, it just
didn't do it.
It just kind of comes grinding.
Again, I just thought it was boring. And I like cooking, and I like rats. I had a pet rat.
Yeah.
And I love to cook. It was such a boring movie.
But, with that, any final thoughts before we wrap this video up and move on to the next topic in the next video?
Not really. I mean, we didn't really talk about Pixar too much. Trying to think, they're doing Incredibles. We're getting a second Incredibles.
Inside Story.
Yep, that's a new one. I think that's the next one. It's a brand new one.
I know a lot of people online have been saying Inside Story is supposed to be amazing. I don't see it yet, but then again, I'm gonna give it a chance.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it can't be that bad.
Yeah, it looks weird to me. But
I mean, it
could be good weird because I didn't think Up was gonna be good when I first saw the trailers. I was like, oh, that just kind of looks goofy and dumb, and I'm just like, I'm very anti kind of goofiness.
Yeah.
So like, but I like Up. I love Up actually. So you know what? I'm gonna give it a chance. I think some people, like critics and stuff, have seen certain 5 minutes or whatever movies. I think they're saying like, oh, it's amazing, go see it. So I haven't seen it obviously, but I'll give it a chance when it comes out, do the review.
I'm trying to think. I'd like to point out that my final thing I want to talk about for Disney movies, I like the Monsters Inc. movies. I liked Monster University.
Massive continuity problems.
No, not even that. I can deal with that. It's just that the events that happened in Monsters Inc. make the events in Monsters University completely pointless.
Yeah.
Think about this, audience. They go to school to become scarers. There are universities, you have to think there's got to be universities and colleges all over the monster world to become scarers, because that was how their energy, and that's how they made their living. In Monsters Inc., they effectively stop using scare energy. what the fuck happens to all these people that are now out of jobs?
Alright, I got two last topics before we wrap this up. One is a sort of shout out to Hotel Transylvania. Very okay. I thought it was going to be shit, but I saw it. I'd recommend checking
Adam
it out.
Sandler did a good job. I haven't seen I've only seen a few chunks here and there. I'm really excited to see the full thing, because...
Yeah, because I was worried. I thought it was going to be just smashed ass. You know, trying to get in on like Corpse Bride and all these. But before we leave, alright. And please answer this in the comments, anybody who's watching this. Incredibles 2. How far from Incredibles 1 do you want to see it? Like, age-wise? Do you want grown-up Jack? Do you want grown-up kids?
I think Jack needs to be probably around Dash or Violet's age, and I think Violet needs to be, like, in college.
Yeah.
She's getting ready to go to college, or she's in college. Like...
So you don't want Underminer as the villain?
I don't give a shit.
I'm the Underminer. Like, you don't want the movie to start from there.
No. It could, and then, like, they just kind of, like... okay, alright, here's what they need to do.
Opening
montage with them, and you just see, like, flipping through the newspapers as, you know, like,
the supers coming back?
Yeah, and then, like, them just being the family, you know, stopping the supervillains, and just, like, them slightly getting older, and, like, maybe just showing, like, a few clips of them, like, through the years, like, of them building as a family, becoming a team, really quick. And then just, like, them, like, Violet is in college, Dash is getting ready to go to college, and then Jack is obviously going to be a kid.
Do you have Jack talk? Or do you have like a Maggie Simpson kind of thing? Like every time he's going to talk, he doesn't get a chance?
That would be funny, and I would like it, but I don't know how many other people would like that, because it would be funny to me.
Like you just don't get a voice actor? Like at the very end he gets like a...
like a Kenny from the end of South Park movie line.
Yeah.
Like,
I was gonna say a Silent Bob kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
He just gets like shut up. He just has to have like a very goofy voice though. I think.
Like he just like,
hey. He's gotta have like that puberty voice.
Yeah. Or just kind of like, just like called out to the bad. It's like, hey, the hell away from my mom.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
like I would have Jack kidnapped. I think if I was gonna do it, just because he's too powerful for that movie, and that he could effectively do anything.
Yeah, they haven't really touched on like what the limits of his powers could be. That would actually be a good plot point. Like some villain wants to harness like Jack's.
What if Jack is the villain? I mean, he turned into a demon at the end of the movie.
Again, that would be
like how does a super deal with a not super in their family?
Like, it could be like Jack. I can't see him being the villain. I could see, like, someone trying to pull him toward the dark side.
What if he's like an Incredible Hulk style villain where he's, you know, rampage, he can't control his demon form?
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
And then you have, like, Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl who won't raise a hand to...
Like, they go to fight him, and then, like, you see the thing, like, from Kung Fu Panda, where, like, he sees him just as the little kid, and they can't do it.
Yeah, like, you just have, like, Mr. Incredible just, like, there, like, with his hand, like, he just can't bring himself to hit Jack.
That I would like that. I would like that a lot.
I think the only way you make that work is if you have Jack really seriously injure Frozone.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have him injure one of the kids. It's just, no.
Yeah. Frozone,
I think is the guy. Either that or the one who makes their costumes.
Oh, yeah. It would be kind of cool to see her, like, self-sacrifice herself, because she doesn't seem like that kind of person.
I could see that.
You know, like I could totally see, like... And then you see, like, her building, like, explode as they're, like, getting away. Something like that. And she could... She'd have a really cool, like, last line. She's like, really snarky and sassy. So I think if there was a character to go out with a bang, it'd be Edna.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
But, alright, with that, I think we're to wrap up this video, guys.
It went a little longer than we wanted, but, thanks for sticking with us, guys. If there are any other topics regarding pop culture, animation, movies, video games, comics, anything with a pop culture-y nature, don't let us know. Email us at doublefistedcheesecake@gmail.com. Put them in the comments below.
We'll shout you out.
Oh, absolutely.
Plug your shit, as they say.
Comment and subscribe, and become a member of the Cheesecake Nation today.
Come back for our next discussion, comic book related.
Yeah, that'll be the next one. I'm Super Chudge Funk.
I'm Dave.
We'll catch you guys next time. Later.